Ooh, children as young as 4, I don't know about that.
But if you're teaching a kid how to do like shaky with why, like, it's wrong, brother. Because they're kids, you're not supposed to teach them. It's their own thing. Like, if they want to do it, then it's their own thing.
That's the thing. If you teach someone at 4, this, that, you can tell him, I can be a penguin, it will be a penguin, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, it makes sense.
Yeah, they might not have the capacity. They are 4 years old at the end of the day.
So that's a tricky one. I agree with being aware of it, but I don't agree with the teachings of it.
What's your opinion on LGBTQ lessons in school to children as young as 4?
You know what I mean, it's just one of them topics that I don't think so. Children at 4 can really have a talk. I think at least it needs to be 16.
16?
Yeah, at least 16. Just got a bit of brain, you know what I mean? You can teach anything at 4 and it will believe it. So I think 16 the best age.
At the age of 4, I think they just don't have the right capacity in order for them to just learn about different relationships and stuff like that. I just think they're just way too young.
Definitely. In age 4, you can teach anything, you know what I mean? And that will affect him. You teach
in the long run, they'll affect.
That's the thing. If you teach someone at 4, this, that, you can tell him, I can be a penguin, it will be a penguin, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, it makes sense.
Okay, so basically, it's wrong. So why it's wrong? Because, let's just say my brother, my younger brother, he goes to the school, okay? So he don't go to learn LGBTQ shit, brother, because it's wrong. Like, come on, bro, like, they are not, like, men are men, women and women, not made for each other. It's haram in Islam. In my religion, it's haram. So my brother is Muslim as well, he's young. So if a teacher or anyone came to the lesson and, they goes, okay, you're gonna learn this. Why the fuck would they learn this? It's wrong. If they learn, how to be more religious, how to, how to be successful, how to be this, how to be that. Okay, it's all right. I agree. But if you're teaching a kid how to do like shaky with why, it's wrong, brother. Because they're kids, you're not supposed to teach them. It's their own thing. Like, if they want to do it, then it's their own thing.
I think at the age of 4, I think it's just way too young, in my opinion.
Come on, brother. Not even too young. It's not the age that they should learn this kind of stuff. They should be more, if they want to play football, cricket, all this kind of thing. It's all right, teach them this kind of stuff. If you teach a student how to do sex with this person, how to do sex with that person, how to learn LGBTQ shit, this, that, no, brother, it's wrong.
I think it's more about, what is it called? It's more about different relationships.
Dad, and then kid, and then you got mom, and it's haram, brother.
Yeah.
Do you know Qawmilut? Punishment, it's not right. It's a very big sin. Because how on earth a dad and dad will grow up a kid, brother? Like, they both got manly mentality. In this society, nowadays, everything is normal. Like, if they're like gay, okay, lesbian, okay, this, okay, it's not all right.
Thank you.
So that's a tricky one. I agree with being aware of it, but I don't agree with the teachings of it. Just because I think young kids, obviously, they are easily influenced by everything.
I agree.
So I think if you're telling people, oh yeah, this is all right, this and this, they're instantly going to think, okay, that's what I am, and it might not be, or it might be when they're older, but I feel like that's something that they have to...
You think that will affect them in the long run?
It's not something to be affected by, like, if they are, they are, but I think it's something that should be just acknowledged later on.
So at what age do you think they should be taught about themselves and stuff?
I think like secondary school. I think like all my siblings are younger. They're all in primary. And my youngest brother, he's got autism, and he is learning about it right now, and he just doesn't understand it at all. But he understands that being yourself is yourself, but he doesn't understand all of that. And I think you start to really know yourself, kind of being a teenager, late teens. So I think like going into secondary.
Ooh, children as young as 4, I don't know about that. I got obviously no issues with the LGBTQ community, but teaching it to 4-year-olds,
It could confuse them a bit. Like, I'm not saying it in a bad way, but it could just like...
You'll confuse them?
Yeah, I don't... Obviously I'd speak to my kids about it, but I don't think I'd want it taught to
I
them
think that's
just
something
yet.
that they need to like grow up and learn for themselves.
Yeah, something
you know what I
parents
mean?
need to do instead of them getting taught in school and then them going back to the parents. And obviously, if the parents had different opinions about anything, it would just.
I don't know. I don't really have an opinion on it. I mean, yeah, I don't know.
Would you let your kids be taught in the school at the age of 4 about LGBTQ lessons? What about you, bro?
Yeah, no, I wouldn't mind. I know it's a big problem these days. It's more about learning to respect more than, you know.
Yeah, exactly.
You know how there are some LGBTQ communities who really push it onto people.
Yeah.
I think schools should teach them to respect, you know, others.
Like other people, right?
Yeah.
Do you not think at the age of 4, but do you not think that's too young at 4?
At 4, I mean, as long as they're teaching respect, that's all that matters. Like, but
Do you not think it will impact those kids like in the long run?
whether it does though, it doesn't matter, does it? Like,
I'm saying, would it not affect them negatively? That's my point. I feel like at the age of 4, I feel like they don't have the right capacity in order for them to even process about different relationships and about LGBTQ lessons and stuff like that.
yeah, they might not have the capacity. They are 4 years old at the end of the day. But like, whether it's negatively impacting them, I'm not sure. Like,
Alright, what about you?
Yeah,
Back to you.
yeah, same thing really. I mean, like, just if they're teaching like respecting different like people, different cultures, stuff like that, you know, because especially in this day and age, you know, you want to teach people like as they're growing up, you want to like
Keep up with what's going on, right?
yeah, exactly. Like you don't want them growing up and like hating on different people, let's say. So yeah, as long as it's just like just teaching respect, like you don't have to force them to go like, oh, you know, da da da. Like yeah, like as long as it's because like it's the same with like religions as well. If you respect someone, like teach them to respect other people's religions, stuff like that. So yeah.
Alright, thank you.